Time, everybody. Got to find that right property to make some money on. So, what are we going to do? Well, I got these updates here. I use the Realtor app, Realtor.com. So, I use that basically to find a bunch of different properties around town. I use a number of different apps. There's the Trulia, there's Zillow, there's Realtor.com. There's a few other ones depending on what style of property that you're looking for. So, like I said, I look all around the U.S., and these are just some of the cities that I have updates set on. But I got this one a few hours ago over here in Louisville, Kentucky. Again, this is a live listing, so if it's something you're interested in, then by all means go check it out. It was just put on, or just updated, I guess, about 6 hours ago on Realtor.com. So the address is 1410 East Breckenridge Street, Louisville, Kentucky. They're asking $275, which comes to $1,982 per month. The filter is on multifamily, so this is a multifamily house. Basically, it's listed as a duplex, perfect for any owner or an owner-occupied investor. Has first floor has 2 bedrooms, tall ceilings, hardwood, a large front porch, washer dryer hookup, basement, 1 bedroom, second floor unit. Feels like a tree house. Well, that's great. So must be trees and leaves and bugs inside. All right, let's check out the neighborhood. This is what I like to do on a lot of the properties. I'll kind of zoom in on the map just to see what is there. I know this neighborhood quite well. This is just outside of the Highlands area, kind of going into Germantown, Paristown. Well, they have it still on here as the Highlands, but it's kind of actually on the outskirts of the Highlands. No, that's still the Highlands. Never mind. Yep. So that's right before it starts to cross over there. Still a pretty decent area. It still has that laid back kind of a feel. A lot of these houses going in right around this area are rentals. So people have purchased the house and rented them out. There's still, a lot of single family homes in there, but a lot of them have been converted to apartments. So let's take a look at the pictures, get a closer look at what is there. So we've got the front of the property right here. Curb appeal is pretty nice. The tree probably needs to be trimmed so you have a better look. But if you're just buying this just to rent out, there's probably just a few things there that you could probably update to make it better for the tenant, as well as just to have better curb appeal. Again, it is a duplex, so you could live in one unit and rent out the other. Just based on my previous experience, one thing to kind of take note, this flashing metal right over the doorway. Flashing is basically the metal coming out from underneath this window on the second floor, and the metal comes down overlapping the shingles. Looks like it's kind of rippled there, so if there was any wind driven rain, so basically if it's raining and the wind's blowing it towards that front side of the house, it's possible it could come in under that flashing and leak. So just kind of, when you're looking at these properties, things to look out for. So it looks like they painted the steps. Just kind of age on the metal around there. Looks like the vinyl siding on the second floor on the left side going all the way up just below like the chimney that you see. Looks like the vinyl siding's kind of rippled. So just kind of things to, take note as you're looking at it. You got the mailbox on the side, so mailman can come over there, or mailwoman, whichever. Mail person, delivery person can come over there to the mailbox. Let's see, 2 chimneys, so I wonder if they're actually in use. A lot of them end up getting capped off and they're just up there for no reason, taking up space, and you get a lot of leaks around chimneys, so that's another thing to kind of take into consideration. They have a lot of plants everywhere, so that's one thing you have to think about too. Who's going to be taking care of these plants? Or is your tenants going to take care of them, or are you going to take care of them? Who's going to be doing the landscaping? I mean, it's beautiful. It looks real nice. Same thing with the yard. Got a nice sized yard. Are you going to give a discount on the rent so that way the tenant can take care of it? Or are you going to, here's one thing about this area right here. A lot of it is street parking. So one benefit that you could have, plus you could increase the value of the property itself, is to take out this back area, this fence, bring it in probably 20 feet, 25 feet. You would decrease the size of the backyard. But if you put like some gravel down or you pour a couple concrete pads, now you've just created parking for your tenant or yourself. So that's one thing to consider when you purchase properties. What can you do to increase the value of the property itself? So looks like they have the unit for the HVAC unit upstairs. They have one down on the ground, so I'm not sure why they added that one up there for the second floor. It's almost like it was an afterthought. A lot of neighborhoods, if it's a bad neighborhood, they'll put the unit up off of the ground so that way nobody could steal the copper lines out of it. So I'm not sure why they did that if they have one unit down on the ground. It's kind of weird. I mean, you could run lines anywhere that you need. Here's the neighbors. You can see it from the back. Pretty close, not too bad. Here's looking at the inside coming in. I'm going to assume that this is the first floor unit. They have a lot of color going on. When you stage properties, yeah, it's nice to have your own personal touch with the color and everything, but most people, when they see a property, they kind of want to do whatever they want to do with it, you know? So use earth tone colors. Not to say that this isn't an earth tone color, but it stands out more than necessary. A lot of people go with whites or tans or very, very, very light blues or eggshell whites or creams, colors of that sort. They're kind of neutral, you know, they don't stand out, they're not too bright. Looks like they have a fireplace that's closed off. That's what a lot of these houses do. They end up closing off the fireplace and they're not in use anymore. So you have the chimney sticking out up on top, which potentially creates leaks. Looks like they have a bunch of older furniture in here. So I don't know if it was staged this way or if it's just somebody's living here. Probably somebody's living here with the amount of stuff that's there and all the decor. So it looks like somebody added an island in the kitchen. So you have an older stove, it's a small version, then you have a dishwasher. They set up the cabinets and everything up against the back wall, and then they put in this little island, or perhaps the tenant did, so that way they'd have some extra counter space. And then over to the left, looks like they added another thing. Yep, they added another little spot for some cabinets, and they put their microwave and a small TV on it. So the setup for the kitchen is kind of poor in terms of counter space, but it works. It's not great, but it works. Again, with the color, to me that looks kind of pink. So I mean, I don't know, it might just be the lighting, but I think that they did just a bunch of different colors. The bathroom, you could update the bathroom so that way you could increase the value as well. Looks like the medicine cabinet's a little older. Same thing with the kitchen, or not the kitchen, but the sink cabinet. The vanity, I guess you would call it. Toilet could probably be updated. Again, with the colors, the paints, you want to go with something that is neutral. You don't want to go with anything too crazy like this. They have this green. Yeah, and then you can see from a distance the paint on the trim around the floor, the baseboard, it looks chipped. Perhaps there was carpet in here and they pulled it out, and when they did so, it chipped the baseboards. Hard to say, but again, bright colors, they stand out. Sometimes they do that just to hide any flaws in the drywall, but really it's kind of too much. So they're showing a rock climbing wall. This is actually an area that's not too far from where the house is located. So there's an indoor rock climbing facility in Louisville, so that's what they're showing here. Same thing with Old Forester Distillery. They're just showing some of the things in the area. So yeah, it's located in the Highlands, and there's a little park right there. So that is pretty much it for this property. So this is just a quick look at the property just to see what's there. Yeah, so let's look at they're asking 275. So for a 2-bedroom house in this area, you can get anywhere from 900 to 1500 just depending on the quality. So if we're looking at this one, I'd say roughly probably going to get about 1200. And then for the single bedroom, as we stated yesterday, again, today is, let's see, August 13th, 2019. So I'm trying to do these videos every day, but yesterday it was a single bedroom, single bathroom. So for this one, I am going to say the single bedroom, they're probably going to get maybe $700 for it. Let's go low end. Let's go 600, and let's say the 2-bedroom is going to get 1200. Let's say that. So that'd be $1,800. So that's kind of low. That's kind of low. But for this area, you might be able to get a little bit more. But let's check out our calculations like we have been. So we'll look at our little spreadsheet that we have. The asking price was $275. Is that what it was? Yeah, $275. Okay, so we're gonna put in $275 and enter, and we're gonna say first floor was 1200, second floor was 600, so we'll say 1800, and that brings our total to negative 384.56. So you're not making much at all. Like I was saying yesterday, if you have a property you're going to get, for every $100,000 you have to basically make in rent $1,100, and that would give you roughly $200 profit. So for this one, we'll basically have to have, let's see, almost $3,300, and that would give you $740 profit or cash flow after all your expenses. And again, that's after the mortgage, that's after repairs, vacancy, property management. So that's if you're paying the full asking price of $275. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. But maybe if we paid less, let's see, if we offered $265 and the rent was only $3,000. So you can still get $578.52, but getting that much is probably going to be pretty hard. So let's say it's $1,500 for the lower part and $1,000 for the upper part, which is very unlikely, but hey, you know, it's possible. So you're going to come in short $546.48 a month. But you know, it depends how you finagle it, how you work it out, how you work out the deal. You could add that driveway, a little parking pad in the back, and could make the property better. It could be a better home for somebody. So it just depends how you do it. So this is the property for today that we looked at. It is a live property. It's 1410 East Breckenridge Street in Louisville, Kentucky, 40204. They're asking $275, so it's only been listed for roughly 6 hours, 7 hours, depending when you watch this. But yeah, if you're interested, contact the agent, go check it out. All right, well, this is Taking Profits, and we will be looking at different properties and different things that you can invest in. I'm going to try to do these every day, so be sure you like and subscribe. Let your friends know. I will teach you how to look at properties and how to find things. Again, this is the best that we can do with just the photos without actually going to the properties, but at least you can kind of narrow down what you're looking for and what you're hoping to invest in. So, all right, again, this is Taking Profits. Be sure to like and subscribe so that way we can keep providing more of these videos for you. Hope you have a good day, and this is Taking Profits signing out.